That was approved was to bring back Passion Construction and submit a bid. Now it seems like we're involving the structural engineering, and I'm uncertain as to why. I've also asked numerous times and have yet to hear an answer on the structural engineer's staining of the building, and if that's been addressed. And the current state of it. It's still subject to weather. I mean, there's still water getting inside because it's never been sealed properly. That's all.
Okay, Senator Harney?
I just need a comment later if I need to.
Okay, very good, thank you. Steve Dodge?
I'm gonna give you guys petitions for the annual town meeting, so I'll present them to the clerk. And we have it on video, so I know you don't get a receipt yet, but we have 22 signatures. So those are the questions that we want to pose at that annual town meeting.
Jennifer Consolino?
I'm gonna be submitting this to the board for public record. Copies that I'm reading out loud. As you may be aware, the Illinois Open Meetings Act does not mandate that public bodies video record their public meetings. However, videotaping Homer Township meetings will and does provide transparency and information to the public. Under Title II of the American with Disabilities Act, no qualified individual with a disability shall by reason of such disability be excluded from participation or be denied the benefits or services, programs, or activities of a public entity. The provision has led to litigation in several states, premised on an individual being denied the ability to view or listen to video recorded public meetings as a result of a disability. However, based on preliminary research, it appears that this statute is arguably satisfied with closed captioning or transcripts for public meetings. YouTube, the Homer Village Board's platform for video streaming, does provide closed captioning, so uploading videos of Homer Township meetings would meet the nature of this act, and it would have absolutely no cost to the township and the taxpayer, as YouTube is free. I'd also like to note that not all of our residents who are disabled and fall under this act have a means of transportation, since our township does not provide any to any of the Homer Township Board or committee meetings. If these residents and voters matter to the township officials, providing videotaping, closed captioning of those videotapes would demonstrate a willingness to provide their sworn obligation to those specific residents with special needs. This is physically what I have been doing with all meetings that I have videotaped via cell phone and uploaded to YouTube, with zero cost to myself and only the sacrifice of my personal time. And I've been doing so since the annual Township Board meeting in April of 2019, where I voted unanimously with my fellow residents to have all Homer Township meetings videotaped. To date, the township has failed to comply with this. Beyond ADA compliance, video recordings of board meetings are also public records under the Illinois Freedom of Information Act and would need to be retained by the township to be consistent with its record retention policies. Accordingly, the township could maintain its own separate electronic files of all board meeting videos so it retains custody and control over those records, rather than depending on a third-party provider, YouTube, or myself to maintain them. If the records retention schedule and the township's application for authority to dispose of local records does not include video records, I recommend supplementing the application to include a timeline for disposing of such records. Be advised that through my own personal research, I was able to confirm that the Village of Homer Glen videotapes all of their open board meetings with a cost of $75 per meeting and approximate cost of $2,000 annually. The uploading of these videos is done by staff and does not cost anything. For the record, based on these facts, I firmly believe that the estimates that the township supervisor and officials have provided repeatedly in the past year are grossly over-exaggerated. And I ask that this be submitted for public record.
Thank you. Roy Edmund?
All right. I'm gonna, anything else, I just came here as a start the meeting tonight just to give everybody an update on our wonderful CDBG project. All the water mains are in. They got worked all the way through winter. We had a lovely weather for that. So we got all the mains put in and, it's pressure tested, chlorinated. And actually got a couple service lines actually got put in, so just wanted to let everybody know that that did work out well. Unfortunately, now we're gonna get a quick drop in the weather, so we're not gonna be able to do some directional boring because the weather can't directional bore with that, but, just wanna let you guys keep you apprised of that. Pretty much that, we're gonna be looking at, possible another grant here, we're looking at, seeing how it's gonna work out for a, lift station here coming up, so. That's all, just letting you know some good news that water main was all installed, something that nobody thought we'd get done. That was my update.
Great, thank you. All right, I know you asked a couple questions, they've been answered at the last two previous board meetings. And so, I just recommend you look at the website for the minutes and stuff, and you can get your answers.
There's nothing on there about boarding up the current windows in there, but
What do you mean boarding up the current?
there's water getting in right
The
now.
one, yeah, the water is not coming in through the windows
You
alone.
can see gaps.
Dan, the water is not coming in through the windows alone. We are working forward. The board has openly discussed this. We've made decisions. We're moving forward. There's something continuing. You know what? There's, you know what? It's been longer than a year. And you know what? We're moving forward and let's keep it at that. This is not gonna be a debate. I'm just telling you. Your questions have been answered over the last 2 months. Last month, under one of your board members, intense questions, which we spent a lot of time with. So, thank you everybody for your input. Let's move on into the board meeting. The accounting, you have been presented the December 2019 accounts payable and receivable. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Motion to approve the accounts payables and receivables for December 2019. Can we hear a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Fian and a second by Kruzak. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Trustee Kruzak,
Yes.
trustee Kalis,
Yes.
supervisor Myers.
Yes.
Trustee Olford,
Yes.
trustee Fian,
Yes.
Motion carries. We also have a request for a line item transfer of a budget appropriation. The road district is asking for a reassignment of appropriated line items within the road district budget, road and bridge fund, transferring from the unexpended expended balance of line item number 880 contingencies, the total sum of $25,000, to be added to line item number 820 engineering service in the same fund and in the amount of $25,000. A motion is required for that line item transfer. We have a motion by Kinnis. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second by Alford. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll, please?
trustee Fian,
Yes.
trustee Olford,
Yes.
supervisor Myers,
Yes.
trustee Kalis,
Yes.
trustee Kruzak,
Yes.
Motion carries. We have, at this time, no request for funding contributions, and that will take us to the Highway Commissioner, Mike DeVito's report.
No, I don't think I have a report because we don't have a winner, and that's okay with me. It's bid opening, on the 7th for a storage building we're building out on our property. This, bid opening was, just for the shell, the 4 walls and the roof. We had the full, we advertised, but the only people who really got bids from were those we sent them to, which was Cleary, Rough Framing, Wick, and Morton Buildings. The lowest bidder was Wick, they're out of Wisconsin. And you may remember Wick Lumber from years ago. That's what's left of Wick Lumber, but they've been in business a long time doing this at $195,877.